Hello beautiful people and welcome to Box Office Africa, where we discuss and dine with everything Nollywood and motion pictures locally and globally. Today we have yet another interesting movie review, all for your viewing pleasure. So fellow buffs, will be reviewing the movie titled My First Love, released under the stables of Nneamaka Nwoko Productions, a movie that has been buzzing up since our little screen goddess made her epic return to the silver screen. My First Love is a story of love and betrayal and the ease at which trust is eroding many relationships we have today as a result of greed for material acquisitions. It takes a deep dive into the many upheavals bedeviling the growth and sustenance of various relationships, owing to the age-long problem where one partner considers the other a means to an end. Amanda is played by Regina Daniels. She's an innocent and kind-hearted young and beautiful lady who falls head over heels in love with Michael, a village outcast who is ostracized over a crime committed by his forebears. Michael is played by Somadina Adinma, is some sort of a village pariah. He is Amanda's lover who tries to thrive amidst the hate and prejudice projected against him by the rest of the community. Mrs. Adeze is played by Nneamaka. She's Amanda's mother, who is quite a typical African mother. She makes it a duty to guide her daughter, shielding her from any danger lurking around to jeopardize her future. Mazi Osita, played by Regina Daniels, a grand schemer and a man who puts his nose into everyone's business, especially those of Amanda and her mother, whom he has a crush on. Mercy Alfred plays the con woman and love interest of Michael. She's corny, conniving and big-time scammer, a skill she taught Michael. Ezine, played by Regina Daniels, a good friend to Amanda. Like Amanda, she is quite innocent but also wary of the male folk, and ensures she advises her friend against putting her entire trust in any man. The story was by Regina Daniels, screenplay by Umo Ita. Anita Andrew produced this flick, while Regina Daniels served as the executive producer. The movie was directed by Moses Imobio. The central plot of the story revolves around love, patience, trust and betrayal. It hammers on the idiom, looks can be deceiving. Most notably, Michael, who bore a very innocuous look, is faced with a very precarious situation that made him appear vulnerable. The stereotypical cliché, love at first sight, also comes into play as Amanda innocently falls for Michael's charm and physical attributes. Regina Daniels, who played Amanda, still had her childish mane all over the character Amanda. Me thinks she is still rusty after the long hiatus from acting owing to motherhood. Somadina came into the role of Michael, bearing his usual body language, inflections and portrayal are seen in many of his movies. I have watched this actor over the years and I hate to say that he walks on eggshells in all his movie roles, and this was no exception. Maybe he was trying to be cautious for obvious reasons, and I guess y'all know why. Type yes, I know why in the comment section, and make sure you give brief yet detailed reasons. I will randomly choose the best comment, and the best comment gets a shout out in our next video and even more. Nneamaka perfectly captured the temperament of a real Nigerian mother who is overprotective of their children, most especially their daughters. The character Mazi Osita, played by Regina Daniels, was a bit fiendish. Raji was overworking his character, and you could tell his excitement was fever-pitched and almost got me annoyed watching him scream and overact in the same process. Mercy Alfred's character as a con artist was beautifully portrayed, can't say more. Regina Daniels needs to be given more challenging roles to test the extent of her artistic proficiency. I believe her character Ezine was somewhat constrained. Overall, the outing, though average, wasn't a bad one. The picture quality for this flick was average. I was expecting a more aesthetically pleasing and cinematic video, but I was a bit disappointed. The buzz that followed the movie did not match the eventual output. The lighting was poor in some scenes and the camera work did not do it for me, as some shots were a bit amateurish to say the least. Again, I think the Nollywood laissez-faire attitude to its sound design in many movies keeps confounding me. The audio, which I can't clearly say was bad, I felt some ambient noises that interfered with the audibility and quality of the audio. The soundtrack was not a bad one, it had the normal Nollywood feel. Moses Imobio directed the movie and the directing was average, I can categorically say. The story was predictable and I kind of found some absurdities, like the parts where Michael was depicting he had amnesia. There was no deep expression to convey this plot, and I think the director could have used some improvisation by changing some rather unbelievable plots. Overall, it was not really a bad outing for Moses Imobio. There's always room for improvement, I believe. There's always a fine line between love and betrayal. The two always walk hand in hand. The importance of filial responsibility over every love dalliance is amazingly outlined in this story. Amanda, in this case, considered the latter and eventually got served by her choice. First Love by Nneamaka Nwoko Productions is a good story with an average plot, not so captivating acting, and a decent and small cast with a good message and theme. It gets a 3.0 over 10. Have you watched the movie? Let us know how you grade it by leaving a comment in the comment section. We truly appreciate the feedback and we need one more favor from you. Please share and like this video, and this will help us with the YouTube algorithm. Also, we encourage you to be a part of our growing and wonderful community by subscribing to this channel. It is free, my fellow movie buffs. One last favor, my fellow comrade in flick, please follow us on all our social media platforms as being displayed on the screen. Thanks for watching, and in case you want to see more, you can watch this next movie review.